Once it starts recording, I'll start. All right, here we go. So the thing that I wanted to bring up first is some of y'all have your workbook because you're in class. I was able to give it to you. Some of you are using the online just images. Okay, so if you're using the images, you won't have like a standard, piece of paper with A and B is that distance, right? So what you'll do is you'll use it on the screen. Wherever the screen is, whatever it comes up with, you're going to copy that exact distance. Okay. So just whatever you're using, the book or your the digital version on the screen, you're still going to measure based on what you have access to. Okay. So we're going to do a few of these here. We're going to start with number 2. And number 2 says we have to copy. Okay, we have to copy CD. Okay. So if you're using a screen or you're using the book, it doesn't matter because we're going to start with a new point, E. Okay. And then we have to go in and with our compass, remember no rulers allowed. So with our compass, we're going to go in and we're going to measure the distance between C and D. See how that's perfectly CD? Okay. Now this is the new radius outside of E. Now I could make a full circle around E, but that's not necessary. I'm going to go ahead and stake it, lean it, arc it. I only need that much because essentially what I'm seeing is, the distance between E and any part on this arc is exactly the same. And we already know that distance between C and D is exactly the same. So the only last step is you have to go ahead and put a point on the arc, and then you go in and you make your line. Okay? We're not erasing any of our construction marks so that I can quickly see if you are doing it in the construction way. Remember, we're using these tools only. No rulers unless you are just, no measurements from the rulers, but you can use a straight edge. Okay, if you don't have these items yet, go get them today. You're going to have to do the homework. It's due tomorrow. You need these. Okay, so we'll get them. All right, we had request for number 2. We had request number 4. Let's look at number 4. So number 4 is saying something a little bit more tricky. It's saying, well, how about EF minus AB? Okay. So essentially what we're doing is we're going to recreate these. We're going to recreate EF, right? We'll recreate EF right here. And then we're subtracting out AB. So I'm going to do AB right on top of it. And then we'll subtract out what we don't need. What's left over is EF minus AB. So we're going to do the same thing. And you know what? Sometimes, well, it doesn't matter. We'll do it. I'm going to just recreate it exactly. So I'm going to call that E. And I go over here, and I say, well, what is EF? What is that? What is the measurement for EF? I'm going to do my best here because the book's all not flat, okay? That is the measurement for EF, right there. So all I need to do is go to my new E, and if I stake it, I lean it, I arc it. That is going to give me the distance from E to F, E to F, E to F. So I'm just reproducing it. And with this one, I do need to get my straight edge out because it's too far. And I'm going to put a point anywhere on my arc I just made. And make my line. Okay. So I just created EF. Oh my God. For real? For real. I did EF, and what do I need to subtract from that? I need to subtract out AB. AB is that distance. So essentially, if I put AB on this line, all I have to do is get rid of AB, and that's going to have what's left over. That's going to be the arc that I'm interested in. So I'm going to go ahead and measure AB using my compass. These are all line segments so far. AB. And then all I need to do is I'm going to actually make it off of F. So I'm going to stake it, lean it. Well, I messed up. So you could feel if it changes, you got to go back and measure it again. Okay, there's AB. And when it's wider, it's harder to do. I'm going to stake it. I'm going to lean it. I'm going to arc it. That's all I need. I just needed this little point here. So what I just discovered is that this is AB, right? This is EF. So if we are doing EF minus AB, what we're saying is we're going to take this part out. We're going to take out AB. You see what I mean? Here's EF minus AB. Get rid of it, right? So if you had like this much rope and you had to use this much for a rope swing, then you would take that out, and what's left over is what's left over. It is that conceptually straightforward. So So what we will say is that EF minus AB is that, and I can even relabel it at my convenience. I can call it GH, and I could say that it's equal to GH. Okay, I've reassigned the letter of that, but it's fine. Or you know what, if you really wanted to, you can, yeah, actually that makes more sense. Take that back. Take that back. We should keep this as E. We'll just change this. E, F, G. We'll make this G. Okay. So I would say that EF minus AB is equal to EG. And you don't have to use the exact same letters. It doesn't matter. Once you get it on your tape, on your paper, it's yours to manipulate and identify as you like. As long as you are using this to make your measurements, you're good. Okay. All right. Thank you again for those that said, I need to see, well, actually, that was number 4. So now we're doing number 8. I need to see number 8. So you stood up for yourself. That's good. That's good. Number 8. Here we go. We're going to reproduce angle J. So when I do that, you know what? I'm just going to call it J. Who cares? And I'm going to start with one of my, I'm even going to do it, I'm going to do it down. I think I'm going to do it down. Okay. Here's one of my rays. Okay. So instead of going up, opening up, I'm going to open this down. And it won't matter, though. It won't matter. Okay? The key to start with this is you have to make your arc. From the point J here, we need to make our arc. Now, this arc, I don't want it to be beyond my lines. If I make my arc out here, it's not helpful. It's not helpful because my lines, my rays don't extend that far. So make it within your rays, and we're going to stake it, we're going to lean it, and we're going to arc it. Nice. That one turned out pretty good. You see? Now, I want to keep that exact same radius here, and I want to apply that to this point. And I decided already that I was going to make the angle go down to save space, so I spike it, I lean it, and I arc it. You see? I made it to go down, but that's fine. It doesn't matter if the angle is going up, down, left, right, side, side. Front, back, side to side. All right, here we go. Now, the distance that it opens, think about this. If this only opened that far, then that would be my measurement I need to make. I need to see how far apart the rays are. But look, it goes all the way over here. It's all the way over there. But it doesn't matter how far it goes. All I'm looking for is what this distance is between the intersection of the arcs. So I found that distance. Now what I need to do is go to one of my intersections, and that can't be right. That's not, duh. Go to one of my intersections, and that's better. One of my intersections, and then I'm going to make an arc. Now it's a little bit harder to see where those intersect, but if I look really close, you look really close, you could see that it intersects there. Okay. So just do your best to see where that arc. That's always a little harder when it is a real obtuse angle like that. It gets really tight with that. So, but look, we have our angle. Done. Done. And look, it's upside down, but if I flip it, you can see that's the same. You can see that's the same. Yeah, it looks the same to me. It is the same because I've done the measurements correctly. I could trust it. Okay, so that's number 8. Number 8 is copying that angle. I just did it in a different orientation. Oh, this is great. I'm at 9 minutes for this, so we could probably get all these done. This one takes a little bit longer, but we can do it. All right, number 10. Number 10 is saying angle G plus angle H. Oh, I like that one. I haven't done this one yet. Let's look to see what we're doing. We're going to add G and H. We were told to use the angles from problem 6 through 8, so we're going to use angle G and angle H. We just have to build them, okay? So we're going to build one, so think of it, we're going to build one, and then we're going to build the other one next to it, and they're going to just be connected. So let's go ahead and make a new point. Let's call this I. Here's my starting ray, okay? Now, with this, it's going to be helpful to use the same radius. So I'm going to go ahead and make my radius for all 3 of the angles, okay? So look, this arc, I have to make it inside of my rays. Watch what I'm doing here. I'm going to do it for this one. I'm going to keep the same measurement, 1, right? I need angle G. I need angle H too. I'm going to do this one, 2, right? Both of those have to apply to this angle. So what I'm going to do here is make a nice big angle, lean it, make a big angle like that. But the reason I did this is so that all my radii are the same. You see radius, radius, they're all the same. Now, let's go ahead and do angle G first. So angle G is going to be opening up from ray I, and we'll go ahead and make that distance there. You see, I got that distance opening up. So now I go here, and I make my arc. Really? That's it? Yeah. There, we'll call this angle G. Okay, I'm just going to label it like that. All right, next we need to look at angle H, and I look here, angle H is that wide at the arc that I had already set. So I'm going to go in here, and this one, I'm doing it from the continuation at the edge of angle G. I'm going to go in here and make my other arc. Did I do that? Let's see. Yeah, it's just oriented different, so it doesn't look totally right, but it is. Look, here we go. There's the other one. Angle H. And you can see now I see if I put angle H kind of next to angle H here, I could see that it's about the same orientation. Actually looks a little bit more narrow. That one is good for angle G. Let's see. That's good. Yeah, it's a little short. Why is it short? Let me see. Why is it short? Let me check something real quick. So I can check my radius, make sure my radius is matched. Oh, that's the problem. That's the problem. This radius match? Yeah. It's bigger. Okay, so if I did my radius wrong, then it's gonna be a little further out. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. It would be a little bit further open. So this is, it's probably a little bit more open there. But the main thing that I was going to point out is here's G, here's H. So H plus G is all of this. Okay, that's all it is. It's G plus H, and we can call that angle I. Just be careful with your measurements, especially when they're wide. These things slip a little bit, and I think my situation was it slipped a little bit. Yeah, I'm recording this, Ava. All right, so that is a good amount. I like that. That went over all the different types of problems, okay? I think I'm going to stop the video unless anybody else wants to see one more. But we're like 7 minutes till we're done, so I feel like that might be a good amount of time. All right, let me know or forever hold your peace. Okay, just let me know in general, guys, on a scale from 1 to 5, how you feeling about doing constructions for what we've done so far? On a scale from 1 to 5, just throw a number in there. Just throw a number in there. On a scale from 1 to 5, good, good. Okay, and if you're lower, it might be because you're still missing your materials. Okay, good, 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 good. Okay, good. It's just practice, guys. The angles are the hardest. Just remember, it's opening. It's how wide the angle opens. You're copying that part. I'm gonna stop the video.